Todd Chrisley has shared bedroom confessions about Julie Chrisley. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. However, he was honest in the video, and fans loved it. He did not hold back when it came to being vulnerable in front of his fans. Viewers know that Todd is back, and he has not lost his sparkle whatsoever. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley were in federal prison for 2.5 years. However, they were recently pardoned by President Donald Trump. Savannah went to pick up Todd while Grayson went to pick up Julie. Since their release, Todd has been seen by the public and is sharing on social media. However, Julie has done the opposite. She has been in hiding since she was released. However, fans are glad to see that they were able to reunite. They were not allowed to speak much in prison, yet they kept their marriage strong throughout the entire journey. There is a lot that has happened within their family and in their lives over the past couple of years. Todd Chrisley has shared bedroom confessions about Julie Chrisley. He revealed that he was unable to sleep without her in bed. Now that Todd has gotten his life back, he wants to sleep with his wife each night since they have not been able to for the past 2.5 years. Fans thought this was sweet, as this means he loves Julie more than anything. It seems as though Todd can no longer sleep without his wife next to him. He was without her for so long that now he cannot physically sleep without Julie by his side. Fans think this is sweet and love how strong they stayed while they were in prison. They are working on getting their lives back in order, and fans are following along the entire way. What do you think about this? Did you think it was sweet? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Social media platforms after sharing a deeply personal video message from prison. One that offers an unfiltered glimpse into his private life with wife Julie Chrisley. Though both are currently serving time for financial crimes, Todd's latest statement, delivered via a trusted family spokesperson, is less about courtrooms and more about confessionals. Marital ones, to be exact. The 12-minute video, released through the Chrisley family's official YouTube channel and later reshared by daughter Savannah on her podcast Unlocked, is titled Todd's Bedroom Confessions. What I miss most about Julie, but viewers expecting scandal or salacious gossip were met with something far more unexpected. Raw vulnerability, deep affection, and a few eyebrow-raising memories that fans and critics can't stop talking about. The setup. A message from behind bars. Its message was recorded during a supervised phone session from the federal prison camp in Pensacola, Florida, and was later adapted into video format with family photos, throwback clips, and soft instrumental music underscoring his narration. In his unmistakable southern drawl and signature flair for dramatics, Todd begins, "You know, people think they know me, that they've seen every side of me just because I was on TV. But the most sacred parts of my life, especially my life with Julie, were always just for us. Until now." What followed was a series of emotional, and at times poetic, reflections about his marriage, particularly their life behind closed doors. "That woman saved me more times than I can count." Todd opened with an anecdote that fans of Chrisley Knows best may remember, how he and Julie met while she was working at a local bank, and he was a struggling real estate agent with big dreams and a bigger ego. But he didn't linger in nostalgia for long. The confessions quickly turned intimate, not in a graphic way, but in an emotionally revealing one. "Julie has always been my anchor," Todd shared. "When I was spiraling from business stress or family chaos, it wasn't therapy or a glass of bourbon that saved me. It was lying beside her, in the dark, hearing her breathe. That kind of peace, you can't buy it." He recounted nights when the pressures of building their real estate empire threatened to overwhelm him, and how Julie would simply place her hand on his chest and whisper, "We're okay, Todd. We always will be." A bedroom ritual that became their love language, one of the more tender and talked about. Moments came when Todd described a bedtime ritual he and Julie kept for nearly 2 decades. According to him, every night before falling asleep, Julie would read aloud from a devotional book while Todd listened with his head on her lap. It wasn't just scripture, it was her voice, That soft cadence, the way she paused to ask what I thought. That's what intimacy is. That's what I miss. Todd admitted that during the early years of their marriage, he often brushed off those readings as corny or unnecessary, and especially during their legal battles. They became a lifeline, a shared reminder that their bond was built on something stronger than fame or fortune. The quirks. Julie's pajamas, their pillow fights, and the blanket incident, of course. It wouldn't be a Todd Chrisley monologue without some colorful anecdotes. He described Julie's obsession with matching pajama sets. That woman would iron her nightgown before bed, like we were expecting the Queen of England to drop by our bedroom. And his own notorious tendency to hog the sheets. She used to say I turned into a rotisserie chicken at night, just spinning and stealing the blanket. One moment that had fans laughing and sharing clips was Todd's description of the Great Blanket Incident of 2007, when he supposedly yanked the comforter in his sleep so hard that he sent Julie tumbling off the bed. She didn't speak to me for 2 days, Todd laughed. But the next night, there she was, back in those ridiculous silk pajamas, reading Proverbs and rubbing my temples like nothing had happened. Makes the heart grow wilder. While much of the video is warm and humorous, the pain of separation clearly looms over Todd's words being away from her. From our bed, our routines, her scent on the pillow next to mine. It's a kind of achy I wasn't prepared for. Prison strips you of a lot. But the worst part isn't the bars or the food or the humiliation. It's the silence where your spouse's laughter used to be. Todd grew audibly emotional as he talked about how even prison guards have commented on how often he speaks about Julie. They tease me, he admitted, call me Romeo. But I'd rather be Romeo behind bars than some stone-cold fool who forgot what real love feels like. Julie responds from Kentucky. Julie Chrisley, currently serving her sentence at the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky, responded to the video in a written statement read aloud by their daughter Savannah in the podcast's final minutes. Todd's words were like hearing home again. Our bedroom was never just a room. It was a world we built together. And one day, we'll return to it. Julie went on to say that she keeps a photo of their bedroom taped inside her locker and prays nightly for the day she and Todd can once again share the simple pleasure of falling asleep side by side. Fans react. This is the real Chrisleys. The response online has been overwhelming, with hashtags like hashtag Todd and Julie Forever and hashtag Chrisley Confessions trending on X, formerly Twitter. While the couple still faces criticism for their financial misconduct, many fans have expressed a renewed empathy after witnessing Todd's vulnerable side. One user wrote, "Say what you want about them, but that man loves his wife with every fiber of his being." Another posted, "This was more romantic than half the stuff I've seen on Netflix. Todd, you broke my heart in the best way." Savannah, who has continued to fight for her parents' early release, said in a follow-up Instagram story, "If people could see the love my parents have, not the reality TV version, but the real thing, they'd understand why we're fighting so hard." A final word from Todd. The video ends with a quiet moment. A still image of Todd and Julie holding hands in bed, captioned with Todd's final words, "To the world, she's Julie Chrisley. To me, she's the light that never goes out, even when the cell door closes." Whether you view them as disgraced celebrities or devoted spouses unfairly portrayed, there's no denying the emotional impact of Todd's confession. It's not just about longing or regret. It's a testament to love tested under pressure, and a reminder that sometimes the most powerful stories aren't the ones captured on reality TV, but the ones whispered in the quiet of the night, between two people who've chosen each other again and again. While legal experts debate the potential for appeals or sentence reductions, the Chrisley story seems to be evolving into something more enduring than a legal drama. Savannah hinted that this video may be the first in a series of prison diaries, offering fans deeper insight into how her parents are surviving incarceration and staying connected despite it. One thing's for certain, Todd's bedroom confessions have reignited public fascination with the Chrisley family, not through scandal, but through something far more powerful, love.